Coming up on Look Today, well, the Glens Falls Senior Center has completed phase 1 of their fundraising goal. Guess what? They're ready to move on to phase 2. We've got details. Plus, Glens Falls American Legion are looking for donations to honor our fallen soldiers. More on that coming up. And clear your plans for the weekend, because Washington County Artisan Tour will be throwing open studio doors. All of this coming up on Look Today. Welcome, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm Jay Hood Jackson. This is Look Today. Well, in tonight's program, I sit down with Don McPherson. He's former president of the Saratoga Springs Rotary Club. And we sit down with Lois Rourke. She's a swimmer for the Swim to Stop Polio. And they're here to talk with us about the upcoming swim relay, the length of Lake George, which is happening the week of July 30th. Talk about an inspirational interview. You got to watch this. I also sit down with Jim Cronin. He's the owner of Cronin's Golf Resort in Warrensburg. We're on location at the golf course. In this special edition interview with him, we're going to talk to him about what he has going on at the course this season. Always a lot of fun. Plus, we've got your weekend weather for the Tri-North counties. But first, we've got these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, Glens Falls Senior Center has completed phase 1 of their fundraising goal. Guess what? They're ready to move on to phase 2. The Senior Center is located in a building that was built in 1844 and has not seen the type of upgrades that it deserves due to the cost. Well, phase 1 of the fundraiser focused on replacing the heating system, and they finished construction in the spring. Now, phase 2 will be focusing on the roof. Now, not even an entire year into the fundraising campaign, they have already passed the halfway mark on their $500,000 goal. Well, we reached out to marketing consultant for the Glens Falls Senior Center, none other than Bob Dillon.
But we're very pleased. We've had really great support from the community, and we just received a $25,000 grant from the Wood Foundation and a $15,000 gift from the church next door here from their mission committee, plus a couple of individuals and smaller business donations that have put us well ahead of what we were hoping for to get this started. However, we still have a long way to go.
Congratulations, Bob, and everyone at the Senior Center. In other news, well, the Glens Falls American Legion currently looking for donations to honor our fallen soldiers. Now, the donations go toward the 153-year-old tradition the American Legion has of placing American flags at the graves of veterans. In Glens Falls, it's at the Bay Street and at the St. Mary's Church Cemetery in South Glens Falls. Now, there are approximately, believe it or not, 2,000 veterans buried between these two cemeteries. Well, we spoke to Carl Fosco. He's post commander for the Glens Falls American Legion.
So every few years what we do is we ask the community to donate to a specialized flag fund that we have with the American Legion. And that way we're able to cover the costs of the flags.
Wonderful tribute. Switching from news to weather. Well, today, you know what? I'll never get tired of saying this. It was another beautiful summer day. Lots of sun, temperatures in the 80s, great overnight for sleeping. All right, more detailed look at the weekend weather. We're going to head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thanks, Jesse. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser with your first look weather update on Look TV. We have beautiful sunny weather thanks to high pressure over the last couple of days, although the tropical systems just off the East Coast have been bringing in high surf along with increased rip currents along the East Coast, especially across portions of North Carolina. So that's to the south of us, but we could still have that heightened rip current threat along the beaches from the northeast corridor, especially along Martha's Vineyard, for example, and Coney Island. But more locally, we're going to be under some sunny weather thanks to high pressure still in play for not just Friday into your Saturday as well. So we'll go partly cloudy, 62 overnight. As we head towards the early morning hours, there may be a slight chance of a storm, but many of you should remain dry. Eventually, though, for your Saturday, we could see a scattered storm threat as a cold front tries to approach our area with the high of 84. We may stay in and may go upper 80s to about 92 by the time we get to Monday with plenty of sunshine. Cold front goes through, mid 80s expected Tuesday and Wednesday with still a stormy weather threat at 70% coverage. That was your first look weather update on Look TV. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser. Now I send it back to you, Jesse.
Thanks very much, Clarence. All right, back to the news. Well, this weekend marks the first annual Washington County Artisan Tour. Now, the public is invited to tour the stores, galleries, and studios, some of the artists and artisans living in the area. Now, maps are available at each of the participating galleries, the tour website, and at each store. Now, the artists will also be on hand to discuss their work. Now, the purpose of the event, of course, is to educate the public about the skills and the processes that go into the production of amazing works of art. Very cool. Up next, I sit down with Don McPherson. He's former president of the Saratoga Rotary Club, current member, by the way, and I also sit down with Lois Rourke. Now, she's a swimmer for the Swim to Stop Polio, and they're here to talk with us about the upcoming swim relay that's happening in Lake George the week of July 30th. She is swimming the length of the lake. Try that on for inspiration. And I also sit down with Jim Cronin, owner of Cronin's Golf Resort in Warrensburg. We're on location this time at the golf course. It's a special edition. He deserves it because we talk with him about what he has going on at the course this season. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. That's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. It's Friday, so I want to thank the team. Ladies first, that would be Antoinette and Dana. But of course, there's Andrew, the convincer. And we've got Jack, we've got Joel, we have Norm, who's climbing mountains in Croatia, and we have the Bat, who's wandering around in the woods outside of Bolton Landing. Those people make everything we do here possible each and every week. Big weekend, a lot of stuff. A couple of highlights for you. The Washington County Farm Tour. I did an interview this week. Go on the website and look for that interview. It's Sunday. Buses leave Cambridge at Hubbard Hall at 12 noon. This is a wonderful opportunity to get out and talk to the makers, to see the people on the farms who supply us with our food, our vegetables, our meat, our milk. It's really quite amazing stuff. Coincidentally, the Washington County Artisan Tour that I mentioned earlier in the news is also taking place this weekend, and a wonderful opportunity to meet artists, other makers. These are all very vibrant, important parts of our community. Andrew insisted that I tell you that Opera Saratoga is performing Saturday afternoon. Must be surrounding the Dave Matthews events. I know Andrew will be there. So if you like opera, go there. That's Andrew singing in the background. And last but not least, please catch the last couple of performances of Adirondack Theater Festival's Loch Ness. Look for that interview also on our website. It is an absolutely incredible play. And next up, I think, is the handbook, the Jedi Handbook. Cool stuff. All right, that's it. Tonight on Look TV, we got Beyond the Headlines, we got Warren Watch. Don't forget, you can tune in Monday night for the stories that matter to you. Have a safe weekend, everyone. Good night.